Okay, so we are here on the Food Network's YouTube channel, and we're going to do a reaction to a Rachel Ray video. It's only 3.5 minutes long, and it's how to make buffalo popcorn chicken bites. 30-minute meals with Rachel Ray.
Now this is probably a takeoff on everybody's #1 favorite bar food. Buffalo chicken wings, of course.
Whew, this is an old one. Now, this was posted 6 years ago, but this was shot before the days of widescreen. So, whew, this is old. This is probably 20 years old.
A second knife for this so I can work with the chicken. These tenders come from the back of the breast, and they're already in a thin strip. So it makes it really easy for chopping and dropping these guys into our first bowl here. Come on, fellas, come on out. See how
it is, but in the last 20 years, the price of everything has skyrocketed, and tenders do cost more than breasts because they are heavily utilized in food service. So you could get basically the same results by getting breasts and splitting them in half long ways and then cutting them into like faux tenders.
they're already shaped. So that's like we've already cut up a chicken breast. Of course, you can make the same dish with chicken breast if you have that. Just got to do a little more chopping. Now you want little teeny tiny bites here, because what we're doing is we're taking away the skin and taking away the bone and making a buffalo chicken wing. So we want these little tiny strips, little bite-sized pieces, because you don't want the batter on the outside to cook faster than the protein on the inside. So you got to go with just a little bit here. Let's drop these into the bowl. And I got to get cleaned up real quick, of course. Couple of squirts. All right, now we're going to put a little bit of hot sauce directly on the chicken.
Yes, that's something important you don't see in a lot of cooking videos. They edit out, the hand washing. It's important to keep yourself clean, and especially working with something like chicken that has salmonella, because if you get salmonella around the house, you're going to send everybody to the bathroom all night long.
It makes all the difference in the world with these guys. Just adds tons of flavor. Good old cayenne pepper sauce, any brand. Of course, it's just cayenne peppers and vinegar. Put that down in there. You want to eyeball it. 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. Again, don't be afraid of this. Not going to taste too spicy.
So traditional buffalo sauce. The story about it is a lady owned a diner in Buffalo, and her son was visiting. He was home from college with some of his friends he brought for the weekend, and they were closed. She didn't really have a lot of after you close up, sometimes you don't have a lot of stuff. You've run out for the day. But she had Frank's Red Hot, she had butter, and she had chicken wings. And back in the day, chicken wings were not what they are now. The processing plants were almost basically giving them away. Now they're expensive. They're truly expensive. So she cooked up the chicken wings that more or less probably would have went to waste. And then she invented the buffalo sauce by melting butter into the Frank's Red Hot.
Then we're just going to flip it around in there, get it evenly coated so you get just a taste of that tang, that delicious spicy tang going on. Then our pancake mix. We're going to put about a half a cup, you could just eyeball that, in this first bowl. That's going to be like a little blanket, a little insulator to keep the chicken nice and juicy. We're going to pass it through this bowl first. Then we need 2 cups of it in that other bowl over there. So we'll go, now remember, get complete pancake mix for this. We'll go 1 and 2. Now we're going to put in up to 1.25 cups, a little over a cup of water here, but you want this to be really thick, so go shy on the water when you first start mixing.
Suggestion: she wants to use complete pancake mix. Obviously there's a leavener in there, so it's going to give you air bubbles. So you get air bubbles in the batter. You could get this by using like a beer batter too. Yeah, you could put beer in there. The effervescence is going to give you the same bubble result. And I'm also going to assume she wants you to use, I'm going to say that there's probably some kind of cornstarch in here too. And cornstarch, we like to use cornstarch mixed in with our flour when we do crispy fish, because it adds an extra, it makes it crispier than just flour on its own. But if you go straight cornstarch, it tastes gross. Like it doesn't taste appealing at all. So I like to go no more than 25% cornstarch when I make batters.
Mixing it together, and we're going to put in about 6 teaspoons of hot sauce. Again, don't worry about it. Think about it. Complete pancake mix is very sweet, so there's going to be a lot of balance in this dish, and it won't be too spicy. That's about 3. That's about 4. That's about 5. That's about 6. Okay, in goes the water, and I'm going to stir this together. I'm dropping them into hot vegetable oil. What I did was chop up some chicken tenders into small teaspoon-sized pieces, toss them around in some complete pancake mix, and then I seasoned up the pancake mix with lots of hot sauce, 6 teaspoons, although that's just for a mild to moderate heat level. And now I'm dropping them into that hot vegetable oil. Now you don't want to overcrowd the pan. I'm just going to put 2 more pieces in here. You're just going to work in batches until they're nice and golden all over and delicious. Remember, we're working over moderate heat here, just medium. You don't want to get the pan too hot. I've got my buffalo chicken bites coming out here. This is my last batch. They cook up so quick, and aren't they gorgeous?
You know, it looks like if you wanted, you could do this in 2 stages, because some of them do look a little dark, the ones that are further in the background. You could do a temper at a lower oil, like 300, and then and do these ahead, so you don't have to work quite as fast as she was. And then, you know, you could even put them in your freezer, and then when you want them, drop them in. Now this looks like it was done 20 years ago, before the advent of air fryers, so you could very well do this in real oil, like she's doing at 300 degrees as a tempering portion, and put them in your fridge, if your freezer, if your kids love these. And then you could, you know, just figure out what works for your air fryer, and your kids could just be dropping these in your air fryer to bring them back and finish them all the way.
I'm telling you, these are awesome. Now I'm using some store-bought blue cheese dressing for dipping, of course, because you have to have that for buffalo anything, right? A little bit of green onion on top to make it our own, and some store-bought celery sticks, already cleaned and cut and ready.
So she's missing the butter component. So it's not buffalo sauce without the butter. That's what makes it buffalo sauce. It's taking Frank's Red Hot and butter. But overall, that looks like a pretty good snack. Like if Rachel Ray was my wife and she made those for me while I was watching the game, I'd be happy. If Rachel Ray was my mom and there was a freezer full of those, all I do is put them in the air fryer when I wanted a snack, I'd be happy too. I got no big complaints on this, so more or less that was a pretty decent quick snack. Anyways, if you like this video, why don't you drop a comment down below. Tell me how you like to make anything similar to this, and yeah, give me a shout out. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Anyways, we post cooking videos on Tuesdays and reaction videos on Sundays.